I never understood the real intention of the US media houses about India. Why they are always negatively critical about India. What they are fearing about India. Are they fearing about India's neutral stand about Russia on Ukraine war? Or they are fearing India, which is an emerging global economy and the political superpower of the world, will going to interfere in their matter? I am raising all these questions because they are forcing India to support the Ukraine being on the side of the Western countries. They are very much critical about India's discounted oil purchase from Russia. They are basically forcing India not to buy oil from Russia. But India has cleared its intention. Why India is buying the oil from the Russia? Basically on the purchase of the Russian oil and the recent decision taken by the OPEC plus countries to cut the oil production by 2 million barrels per day. The Indian Petroleum Minister Hardeep Singh Puri faced the cartel of the US left-wing media houses on the United States soil. And the same question was asked by the US journalist, the same US journalist lobby, which was asked to our generous External Affairs Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar. And the Mr. Puri answered very diligently and they asserted that India will buy oil from wherever it has to, giving the account of the consumption of the country, because India is a big country. India's daily consumption of oil is 5 million barrels per day, and it is increasing because Indian economy is growing swiftly. He also categorically denied any pressure for not buying the Russian oil by any side. But I have a very different view on this line, because the United States sent their Deputy NSA Dulep Singh to pass the message of the Biden administration to the Modi administration. And the message was loud and clear. According to the lecture Dulep Singh passed through the media houses at that time. And the message was that India should not buy oil from Russia. And the West was very adamant to push their concocted ideology into the Indian society through their left-wing media houses. They pushed hard to isolate India from Russia. But they failed very badly. And the same media houses was humiliated by our External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar when they asked about the Russian oil purchase. And he said, what India is buying in a quarter, Europe is buying the same amount of natural gas and the oil in an afternoon. So Western media houses should ask this question to the Europe, not to the India. After repeated humiliation faced by the Western media houses by our different ministers, they are shamelessly asking the same question again and again. But why they are asking the same question to get the same answer? Because this is the sense of entitlement. They think they are the torchbearer of democracy, liberty and sovereignty. They think the world will going to believe the ideology and the facts. Whichever the ideology they are peddling through their billions of dollars of media empire. They think they are untouchable. But their media empire is crumbling under the pressure of the acute inflation, which has been manufactured by their own masters. Anyway, let's talk about the Hardeep Singh Puri's visit to the United States. And the other words he expressed in front of the Western media houses. And he said, it is the moral duty of the country to supply the oil to its citizens, because citizens and the country always bound by a relationship. The relationship can be of wife and husband, can be of father and son, or can be of anything. But it is a true relationship which should be based on the truthfulness. And the India is not stealing the oil from the Russia. We are purchasing it by using our legitimate money. Our petroleum minister is visiting the United States because he is holding the bilateral meeting with the US Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm. He has also defended the recent move taken by the OPEC plus countries. He said it is the sovereign right of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries to decide on the oil production capacities. The question arises because the OPEC plus countries decided to cut the oil production by 2 million barrels per day. And the US is planning to introduce a bill called the No-PEG Bill to hold the oil producing country responsible for the oil price rise on the American soil. Basically, they are trying to control the world oil market. And he also said that it is the sovereign right for the OPEC to decide what they wish to do, how much oil they want to produce, and how much they want to put into the market. As India is not the part of the OPEC countries, that's why India is at the receiving end of the OPEC decision. Simply, India cannot control the OPEC plus decision. And India do not want to control everything like the way the United States wants to. India already expressed its view about its foreign policy. And the view is very simple. India wants to engage with any country on its own interest, not on the India's interest. So in my view, US have to forsake its virtual king throne. Otherwise they will going to drown in the middle of the ocean without getting the help from the other allies. Now our today's questions. The first question is, telecom giant Optus, which was recently hit by a cyber attack, is based in which country? The first option is Canada, second option is USA, third option is Australia, fourth option is Russia. The second question is, as per the recent World Bank report, what is the India's GDP projection in the current fiscal year, which is 2022-23? The first option is 6.2%, second option is 6.5%, third option is 7.0%, and fourth option is 7.2%. So this is the end of the topic. If you have any question regarding this topic or any other kinds of inquiry, then please contact me through my email address, which is tuhin.power.academy@gmail.com. I hope you will going to find this topic informative. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support.